Side by Loyston. Second block of the night for the big fella. Turnover, first of the night for UC Irvine. Free try. Butter. That's not Butter Johnson. That's actually
catch it. And when they foul him, he makes them pay with an 82%. That's why, another reason why he gets to the line so much. He salts games away from them as a big, hold on into leads. Well, listen, we knew we were going to have ourselves a heck of a ball game, and it is living up to the billing here in its first 9.5 minutes.
Moore, heat check, splash,
back-to-back triple.
Cameron Tongue has been very impressive finding shots against double teams in the paint, but that one a little too strong, and it leads to a three-pointer.
At one forward spot and Coleman at the other because they're both excellent passers.
Coleman having a real nice tournament, double digits again here today, 12 points. And out of the break, Tyren.
Fleming to the cup. Largest lead of the game for the Hawks.
A great roll. Thought he was going to jam that thing, though. Thought he was going to go over the top.
Moore sinks to three.
Point guard
into the ground. And so the question will be his, not just availability, but effectiveness in the second half of this game. Won't see him for the rest of this stanza. Drive. And back into Coleman. Into the corner. Tyren Moore with the three.
Non-conference work may not have had the showing that they wanted, but I'm telling you, if you see how they're playing now, none of these teams are teams that you want to see in March.
Axel Lendeborg has 10 rebounds, and we haven't even played 9 minutes.
We talk about his ability.
Moore protecting himself on the other side of the rim.
The savvy players over-dribbling, dribbling 10, 11, 12 times each possession. But you got to be a great player by making the game simple, and that's an example of it.
What a shot by Tyren. Azuero posting up, Lendeborg keeps it, finds Azuero underneath, but it's swatted away. Good block there. As Moore cleans things up for UAB.
Jordan, Woods, Ringgold, and Williams, the 5 for Tulane. Tony with Lendeborg, and then Coleman, along with the recently checked in Tyren Moore, who tries a three and hits, along with Butter Johnson.
He's now the fourth Tulane player with a 2 and a 3 here in the first half.
Well, that's a good sign for a guy who took all of one shot Thursday. Didn't score for the first time in his Tulane career. Outstanding true freshman is Moore. Buries another triple.
That hesitation, you saw him kind of decide whether or not he wanted to drive or not. Settled for the 3. Now 0 for 3 from beyond the three-point arc in the first half for Caleb Banks.
He had a stretch of late where he really shot the 3 well, but his last couple struggling again. Tyren Moore, a third triple? You bet. And he
goes into lulls is because they get indecisive on offense. They don't know whether they're going to drive. They don't know who's going to attack. They've got to get back to figuring out just making a decision and going with it.
9 for 12 after a 1 of 9 start for UAB. Tyren Moore run off the three-point arc. Doesn't matter. He's filling it up. He is one shy of a career high. Vasquez for McGee. Moore thought about it. Hit 3 first-half triples. UAB 35% from the floor in the second half. Credit this Tulane defense as Moore hits a 4-3.
One of the best coaches in all of college basketball, and you can tell the growth he has had as a head coach year after year after year. And he said the biggest difference, he said, this year, being able to control the culture at Memphis. There is Tyren. UAB down by 2. A little hook shot there from Moore and Tyren.
And Mashburn is a guy that is trying to come back. He came back sparingly a couple games ago, out again. So they're just trying to get him 100%, knowing there's a bigger picture at stake. And if he can come back, boy, is this going to be a team that's way better than they're seeing in the conference tournament.
From Howard 2 years ago has really blossomed in a great score for this Temple team, giving them 12 a game.
Yeah, just 180 pounds, but he's slithery.
A little short on that. Owls within 4, under 10 minutes to play first half. Deep three ball. Up and good.
And very well and executing very well. Defensively, they've got to get a little better. They've got to get more of a rim protector and play the gap and stop the drive.
Williams' runner didn't go, and Vasquez back the other way to the corner and faking on the three. Tyren Moore relocates, puts it up and in. UAB.
As far as jump to the leadership role, he's never been asked to lead before. You're starting to see it, and he has willed his team to several wins in the conference.
And
I love how ECU was able to get out in the break. Even though it seemed like they were stopped, they were still deep enough in that paint to be able to get Walker a touch.
the long through the Luka deal. The fans not loving it right now.
I don't think anybody is. I mean, honestly, I know he's out of shape a little bit, but out of shape, he's still giving you 36 and 7.
As Moore drops in the jumper, and of course they scramble with the basketball as Walker can't connect, and Lindeborg again gets the rebound and then brings it down. Lindeborg on the attack. No look kick to Moore from deep. Got it. Riley, pump fake, launches. Can't get the three. Lindeborg with a loose ball. Three ball up. That's good. Another steal, but Walker right there with the dunk.
Big time drive for C.J. Walker there. You know, it looked like it was a blown play. He was still able to.
Floater is in for Moore.
15-point night, nearly doubling his season average.
They have really kind of played off him, but he's got to whatever spot he's wanted. Oh, he just got lost there. Goodness.
From the corner.
But for the most part, most of the big guys I played with, they wanted me to pass it to them.
One of your big guys that you played with, always around the arena here. We saw Igor a little while ago, right?
Yeah, and I love passing Igor. Igor always would pass it back out if he didn't have it.
Azuero calling, didn't get it. Tyren looking for his first points of the day.
Tough finish right there. Here's Tyren Moore. Lindeborg rebounds. Moore will try a three this time. That one splashes home. 3-point lead for the Blazers.
Look at this. Look at this. That's what they do. They smother you with that 1-3-1.
Lindeborg and Azuero the trap. A three the other way by Moore. He's got another one. Exciting factor on the downside.
It has been a bugaboo for them. I mean, it caught them at Tampa when they played South. Great job by Carrington guarding. That's how you guard a baseline screen. You chase the guy's footsteps.
Moore, he hit that.
The top of the conference standings, and everything that they want is, of course, still right there. Theirs for the taking.
That's Moore for three. Yes. Contact goes through it. Coleman. Wide open. Tyren Moore for three. Roadrunners trying for a signature road win for their head coach in his first year. Lindeborg set the screen. Moore almost lost it.
And this ball has to go to Yaxel Lindeborg. Too much dribbling here from Moore.
Just a case of work ethic. He's the first guy in, the last guy out in the gym, and it's paying off. Here comes Moore coming back the other way. Open three, and that was...
So it's been 11 years in Birmingham. UAB leads 13-7, but obviously trailing right now.
Yeah, Tulane has been on fire to start things, and that'll help out the UAB.
And it's Bombrot recognizing that he's not going to finish over the top of Yaxel Lindeborg. Penetrating, looking to dish to the shooter opposite. Great find.
Lindeborg out to Moore. And ring up another. 2 for 2.
8-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Comes off the bench today. He gets an assist right there.
And he picks up the loose basketball. Moore is a scorer. In transition, there's his first points. But it's...
I like Brass. A nice touch. Confident guys you mentioned. Very experienced, brave. Played a lot of different places.
Axel gives up a shot. Moore. A 3-ball.
A great job of utilizing the backdoor cuts. They're looking for layups. They're looking for open three-point attempts. They're not going to force a ton of mid-range jump shots. We see here UAB try to attack the rim.
Three-pointer from the corner. Yes!
And those are the open basketball. Whenever the basketball seems to stop moving, backdoor cuts happen from every player.
How about that defensive play by McGee? Lendeborg, McGee, Tyren Moore for 3!
Issue I have as a basketball purist, the best shot is an open shot you can make. So to only look for a certain type of shot, that to me that hinders you off to a place that fits. Also a place maybe where the culture will embody what, and represent what you feel should be the culture. And you have to have a place that's hungry for basketball, hungry for change. Nobody's making a head coaching change.
Missed baskets, right?
Well,
but
in theory, yes. But when you play for Andy Kennedy, no. I don't suggest you trade him. I suggest if you're UAB, you've got to find a way to convert on one of these open attempts like this one.
Moore for 3. Oh, friendly bounce. UAB.
And Yaxel Lindenberg has to touch this basketball.
He does. Mid-range is there. Follow up by Tony. Here's Tyren Moore. 3-ball.
And if you're UAB, you can't rush, but you can't take all the entire clock. You've got to play with a little more pace here.
You don't need 3. You need points. Moore, 2. Minute and a half. Contact, down goes Lindeborg, no foul. Tyren Moore, fake, shot. Got it, 3. It's at 15 a game. Anderson at 19. Marcel Bryant averages 10. Head fake. Back to Moore. Wing 3. Yes.
Well, listen, whoever can start making...
CV at the Stardome.
The Stardome, I'm sorry.
Stardome.
Whoever can make some shots, they may earn the nickname Bread. So.
That's right. McGee, yes. Ten to shoot, little fade away. Lendeborg. Feeds Moore for 3. Got it.
Because, again, it's not about tonight so much. It's more so about what you're working towards for December 31st.
That's right. And you and Linden both put that.
For this Middle Tennessee team and for Coach McDevitt, who's putting him out there now.
Yeah, he has to practice every day against Isam Mustafa, and it's made Ruth a lot more physical and a lot more effective.
Finally, the runner here, Tyren Moore. Just over 4 minutes to go in that first half. Ball is stolen away. UAB, Tony, but then he throws it past Coleman, and it was safe and go down. He got it back to Tony.
Now, Tony never gave up on the play.
Moore for 3. Yet, they went to the Virgin Islands, able to sneak out a win at the end there, lost the first 2, and now trailing, but a big 3 that's up and in.
For Louisiana against Liberty, team that's in the championship game of this Paradise Jam after a win over Kansas State last night. Moore, open look for 3. Yes, Tyren Moore. Senior out of Chicago, Illinois.
That's a really small lineup for Louisiana, but they're really quick.
Moore launches the 3 and knocks it in. Louisiana with 7 seconds on the shot clock is kind of resetting and looking for something quick.
Well, UAB's turned this into a half-court game. It was a full-court game in the first half. They made them slow this thing down and take away the fast breaks of the Cajuns.
UAB looking for the lead. Moore.
I think this is big from McGee, this tournament. He's got to say, this is my team. New
Moore.
Guy on the block.
Moore after the flyby.
You got a chance. If you can win this one, get in that fourth-place game on Monday a chance to get 2 wins in a tournament that's really competitive.
Deep three. Brandon Lieb, a 7'1" grad transfer from Illinois, is out with a hand injury. Lieb was a captain on this year's team, and not sure if 2-point lead for Illinois State. UAB trying to tie or take the lead. That's a 3. Wood with a 6-point advantage over UAB. The Blazers taking a timeout after the foul on Luke and come out of the break. Moore launches the 3 and UAB hits their.
But I don't want Lindenborg to force anything and pick up a cheap foul with under a minute to play in the half.
Christian Coleman has been tethered to the bench with 2 personal fouls for the majority of this half.
In the offensive glass, recognizes A.J. Vasquez loading up in the corner.
UAB quickly back the other way. Tyren Moore, Georgia Southern transfer. That's good! To stop UAB from scoring, and that leads almost to a basket. But who else? Christian Coleman with the block. Tyren Moore for 3. Count it! And misses the lay-in. UAB gets it back with Moore. He wanted more, and maybe he'll get more. He does! You really could not draw up a better first half for UAB. Moore again. Why not?
Little halftime adjustments, I guess you could say.
We saw that conversation. And now we see yet another turnover. Yaxel Lindeborg, Tyren Moore, his 3 is.
UAB helps our defense isn't even close. And again, that's the type of stuff Coach Kennedy he's talking about over there. I saw his look on his face after that drive. He was not pleased. That will
Alamutu. That time he was contested. As Aguero playing D, and then Gordon comes up with the rebound. Vasquez fakes a 3. Moore, a little running one-hander. How about it?
And that's a great